Do you leave your house with or without an umbrella? If you're like me and you always forget to bring your umbrella and we live in such a tropical island where it rains from time to time, then you will get wet. But sheltered walkways have become a common sight in Singapore. In 2018, LTA actually announced that within 400 meters of all MRT stations and 200 meters of all bus interchange, there will be sheltered walkways. In 2018, the government even announced that there have been 200 kilometers of walkway all around Singapore, with another 150 kilometers of sheltered walkway on the way by 2040. That's actually pretty amazing, right? And sheltered walkways is something that is pretty unique to Singapore. You don't really see these sheltered walkway type things in a lot of other countries. So have you ever wondered how this entire sheltered walkway thing came about? The sheltered walkways in Singapore started in roughly the 1800s by none other than Sir Stamford Raffles. Back then, there was a bill that says that shophouses had to include a 5-foot wide veranda to protect the people from sun and rain. These verandas became known as the 5-foot ways, which is the beginning of sheltered walkways in our little island Singapore. These walkways, although sheltering people from rain and sun, were often obstructed by street vendors and peddlers, making it very difficult to walk through the sheltered walkways, rendering them basically useless. Despite that, these walkways have become pretty iconic in the architecture of Singapore. By the 1900s, these walkways and shophouses became so overcrowded, they started to disappear. It wasn't until the 1980s where the rise of HDB housing came into Singapore, these sheltered walkways made a comeback. This time, the objective of these sheltered walkways was to link the residential areas to transport nodes like MRTs and etc. This is to encourage people in Singapore to use public transport by making the accessibility to public transport as easy as possible. Today, you can walk long distances in sheltered walkways without fearing the rain or sunshine. Did you know the longest consecutive sheltered walkway in Singapore spans across 4 MRT stations and 16 buildings, taking about 58 minutes to walk through the entire sheltered walkway? There is even a Facebook fan page literally named Singaporeans Supporting the Government Because of Sheltered Walkways. So the reason why I'm making this video is because I do work in real estate and I travel across Singapore, and over the past year, I've actually noticed all these sheltered walkways because we travel from block to block with our clients to view homes and things like that, and we can't avoid rain sometimes when it rains. And I realized that if I forgot the umbrella in the car or at home, these sheltered walkways make a huge difference commuting within the estate and to public transport nodes, and really makes our life extremely easy. So whoever that's doing urban planning in Singapore, kudos to you. Thank you so much for sheltered walkways. I don't think it's talked about enough. We have so much infrastructure, so much technology, but we often forget that the simplest of things, like the sheltered walkways that shelter us from the rain and sun, is really something that is unique to Singapore and something to really be appreciative about living here in this tiny island. Hope you enjoyed my video on sheltered walkways in Singapore, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace!